What's up, y'all? I'm back with another video today, and I just had a quick question. Today's vid, we're going to be talking about Rob Dillingham's 35-point game. To me, that was one of the craziest performances I've seen from a freshman in a very long time, especially in college ball. And I just want to know what y'all was thinking about him as a prospect. Now, I once already said he could go. He's going to be a top 14 pick in my eyes. But the only concerns that people may have about him is that he's undersized. He's like 6'2", 170. So that brought to my attention, and I had a question about, do y'all think undersized guards still have a role in the NBA? And my reasoning for asking that is because a lot of times it's really, really hard and it's really difficult for undersized guards to get play in the league. And the best example of that for me is Sharife Cooper. As I said before in the vid, Sharife Cooper is my favorite high school player of all time. I used to watch him all the time. And he was a guy who was just as dominant as Rob has been in college. And he was supposed to go top 20, and he failed to like 47th or something like that, like real low down there. And the reason was because he was smaller. He was a much smaller guard. He wasn't the most athletic, and he couldn't shoot the three ball as well. Rob doesn't have those problems where he can shoot the three ball well off the catch and shoot, and he is very athletic for his size, like extremely athletic. But he happens to be 6'2". And for most people, we believe that if you go to an NBA or you get to the league, you need to be a bit bigger because the NBA is not getting any smaller. You know, you got guys 6'6", 6'8" guards now. Cade Cunningham, LaMelo Ball type, Luka Doncic type guards in the NBA, and you have to be able to guard these guys because they're still the smallest guys out there. And being 6'2", 170, who you going to go out there and guard? Being 6'3", 180, who you going to go out there and guard? You got to be bigger because the league is getting bigger. But do you guys see any value in undersized guards? When you're undersized, you may be quicker than a lot of guys. You may be able to work off of pick and rolls better on the offensive side because you're able to get to the lane quicker, or you can shoot the three ball well. So guys got to really step up and be able to get around it. They may be able to get steals better just because they're a bit quicker. You might not be able to see them as well. Do they have any benefits in the league? Now we know the problems that they have, and that's where their defense comes into play. As a 6'2" guard, it's very hard to play defense, especially if you're not a defensive prowess already. We saw Davion Mitchell go top 5, and he was 6'2" a couple of years ago, but that was because he was so good defensively. If he wasn't that defensive anchor that he was in college, he wouldn't have gone that high. So we know that these guys need to be able to guard. You get set in pick and rolls. What happens when you have to guard the big? What happens when you have to guard a 3, a small forward, a 4, a 5, a 2 even? Can you be somebody that we look at as deemed valuable, or a guy that can be out there on the court? Are you a walking cone? What are you? What can happen? And in my opinion, I don't know yet. Like, I really don't know. I have no true opinion on it. I like different guys in this year's draft who might be a little smaller than what they should be, but I also understand how the NBA goes, and I understand what the NBA is looking at. You getting more and more guys every day who's 6'8" and up, who can dribble the ball like a point guard, pass the ball like a point guard, shoot the ball, can score on all 3 levels. But you also have guys who are shifty, quick, fast, make the right plays, are extremely good playmakers. Another guy in college that's a bit undersized is Aiden Holloway. He also played with Rob Dillingham. Does he have a role in the NBA? Can he make it to the league? What do you guys think? Do you guys think that these guys can make it to the NBA? For me, I give them a shot just to see what they can look like and if they can develop into something. But I do understand that smaller guards definitely have a much, much smaller window of opportunity, and they have a smaller gap for problem in terms of, if you look like somebody that can't do the things that you need to do out there on the defensive side, you're not going to be playing. But I think that they could still potentially get some opportunities and some chances to be in the league because they still deserve a shot, I believe, because they can score the ball at a great deal and they can play make. You got guys in the league today who are still kind of small and who are still good. You got Trae Youngs of the world. You got the Jalen Brunsons, and both of those guys averaging about 27 points a night. They both should be all-stars. Only one of them, I believe, is an all-star. I know Trae Young's not an all-star this year, but he should have been. But they're dominant in the league. Absolutely dominant players. No, that's only a couple to name, but they're absolutely dominant. Why can't there be another guy like that? You know, you got that 5'8" guy out there. I can't remember. He blocked Curry the other night. He showed that he could play a little bit. You got small guys like Chris Paul, who's an absolute legend, one of the greatest of all time. You got Kyle Lowry, who was one of those guys at one point who was really big in the league. He's 6 foot. You got Tyus Jones, who's 6 foot. You got Trae Jones, who's like 6'2". You got a lot of small guards in the league, or not a lot, but you have some small guards who have been effective. So at what point do you think, or do you guys say, this guy, he's small, but he deserves an opportunity? And what point do you say, he's too small to even get an opportunity? Does it matter your skill set? Does it matter what you bring to the table? Or do you guys think that all guys that are smaller guards can't get an opportunity in today's league because they're not big enough, they're not good enough to play in the league where it's dominated by 6'5", 6'6", and up guards? Let me know what you guys' opinions on that are in the comment. I would definitely give them a shot just to see. And if you're an elite playmaker and you can try to defend the 1 and the 2 pretty well, I think you can go out there. If you can score the ball at an amazing rate, I think you have the opportunity. But Rob, right now, he's looking like a guy who, I'm not going to compare him to the great Allen Iverson yet, because Allen Iverson is a first ballot Hall of Famer for a reason, and that would just be disrespectful to his game. But he looks like a guy who can be impactful in the league. Rob Dillingham is one of those guys who really looks like he could be a star scorer in the league. From what I've been seeing from his game thus far in college, he's played with some discipline, but he also has free will to do a couple of different things. Aiden Holloway has been excellent for Auburn this year. He's going to come out this year. I definitely see him doing that. And Sharif Cooper, another guy who has been killing in the G League ever since he's gotten there. He has been deserved a shot in the league, I feel like. And I know some people will say, oh, he got a bit of a shot, but he's not playing no real minutes. He's playing trash, garbage minutes in the NBA. He's not really getting the shot that he deserves. So let me know what you guys think down in the comments. Do smaller guards deserve an opportunity in the NBA? Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all for watching once again. That's just from my eyes to yours, and I'm out, bro.